Hey guys, Skittlerampage here. Welcome back to a new video. I do hope you're enjoying your day today. So today we've got to talk about this whole Funko LE limited edition drop situation. So if you're not caught up on today's kind of crazy news, we did get a brand new Super Saiyan Goku LE exclusive at 1,200 pieces with Even. And that specific company is under a lot of fire today, as well as Funko is also under a lot of fire. As you guys know, previously in the past, Chalice was under a lot of fire with their Frieren and Naruto exclusives. And recently, even Toy Temple was getting a little grief about their Leroy 1,200 piece exclusive too. So today I want to talk about everyone's frustrations with these drops, how these smaller companies have been doing these drops, and why they've been doing these drops. Now, before we get started, we do have our question of the day, which is, do you have a Funko Pop in your collection or a character that's kind of a nerd? And I mean, Superman, he's definitely a nerd. Alrighty, so first things first, since I haven't had a chance to actually cover this technically in a Funko News video, let's go over the drop details for this brand new Super Saiyan Goku exclusive. So here's what they had to say on their Instagram. Presenting our first Funko exclusive, Funko Pop Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan Goku, cel-shaded LE 1,200 pieces. Starting September 1st, and this already had people angry. Why that is because this drop was supposed to happen today via Funko's own limited edition event calendar stating an August 15th drop, and then we find out that the drop's happening 2 weeks later. Anyways though, starting September 1st, a limited number of exclusives will drop daily on our Whatnot channel, even on the Whatnot app. So this is where it gets a little more tricky too, because they're stating they're going to drop stock daily, and as you know, these very limited exclusives have been split up between Europe and the United States. So while this Goku is limited to 1,200 pieces, they may have only gotten like 600, and the rest went to a couple stores in Europe. So you have to really look at it as, okay, so let's say they only got 600. That means they're only dropping maybe 50 to 100 a day to kind of spread it out through a couple shows, because obviously the whole point of them spreading it out through a couple days is not because, you know, they're trying to get away from bots and all that. They want you to keep coming back to their store and maybe buying something else. It's a marketing gimmick. Continuing on, how to get Goku. MSRP drops at random times daily till we run out. So there's where it gets a little tricky again, and as we go down, people just slowly start to get more and more mad at this announcement. But the reason I'm stating that is, while yes, it is at MSRP, even though MSRP is $40 for this, you know, line of exclusive on Funko's limited, like, you know, tier list and all that. The problem with it is that they're doing it at random times, so that kind of means you need to be in their show possibly all day. You could be in their show for 3 hours before they even drop it, and let's face it, people have things to do, you know? They don't want to be in a show for 3 to 5 hours waiting for 50 to 100 drop, and then they maybe don't get it, and they feel like they wasted their entire day. So it just goes on to say, follow us now and all that, but I do actually want to go over an important note at the bottom that I also want to go over from Toy Temple, which kind of explains why they're dropping it on Whatnot and why they're doing it the way they are doing it. So it states, we are staggering the release dates, methods of releases, and also giving opportunities to get these for free in many ways as possible to make sure these end up in the hands of actual community members and collectors on our live events. We're so excited to be part of the wider Funko limited edition ecosystem with this drop. Funko has tasked us with engaging as many fans as possible through the live commerce, and with an LE this rare, we know the demand will outpace supply. So we've chosen sales channels that reward participation in the live commerce community. This is just the beginning, with more exciting releases to come. Okay. We're so excited. Everybody's so excited today. Okay, so not being cynical for a second here. That last line is very important there, because it basically highlights the fact that this is what Funko wanted them to do. And I'm constantly seeing comments saying, Funko needs to step in and control this drop and make them stop doing it on Whatnot and make them stop doing this way. You guys are not reading between the lines of what they're saying. Is that Funko is mandating these events. Same thing happened with Chalice. Funko is mandating that they do it in some kind of special way, like Chalice did with their signatures on their, you know, Narutos, and they did some on Frierens, and they're giving some away at the same time. Go ahead and look at what Toy Temple had to say about their exclusive too. If you look at the lower half of this paragraph, our role in the LE program is to base our LE exclusives around events, cons, signings, etc. So it's literally saying that their role, if they want an exclusive or if they want to participate in this program Funko has going on, they have to do it this way. Which is just so weird, because I get it, like Amazon's like, you look at Amazon being worth so much more than Funko. They're not going to listen to Funko. Like they do whatever they want, essentially. Rightfully so. You know, it's kind of like, yeah, but Funko's just a small product in all the products they sell. So even if they lose Funko, it doesn't hurt them at all. They can afford to do whatever they want at the end of the day. The reason I'm saying that is it kind of ties into what I'm saying is that it's still very weird that Amazon can just drop their Mojisha from Powerpuff Girls 5,000 piece exclusive on their website just fine. You know, they can just drop it for a regular sell. If it sells out, people miss it. You know, it is what it is. You're not too bummed. You're bummed, but you're not too bummed because you had a fair shot at it. And then Barnes & Noble, they can drop their Harry Potter 9,500 piece exclusive just fine. Target can drop their 2 9,500 piece exclusives just fine. But then you get to these smaller retailers where Toy Temple's getting an Ellie 1,200 piece Leroy, and Even's getting a 1,200 piece Goku, Chalice getting a 5,000 piece Frieren, and the Naruto at 9,500 pieces. Why are they not allowed to just drop it on their website and be done with their exclusive versus having to deal with all this grief? Now, as you guys know, Whatnot is a sponsor of the channel. They've been very good to me in terms of just like helping the channel grow and, you know, helping me have more money to buy collectibles, show things off to you, and just, you know, continue running the channel. But at the same time, I also understand that not everybody likes Whatnot, which is perfectly fine. Everybody is welcome to their own opinions of the app. They've had different experiences and all that. However, I do want to let you guys know, by the way, with Whatnot, if you're trying to go after this Goku, you can use my link down below. It'll get you a free $15, you know, to spend on the app if you're new. I just want to offer that there where you can save some money because the Goku is $40 retail. So if you're able to get one, you get to save some money with that $15. So use that down below if you want. Now, all that aside though, I think Funko's just going about this the wrong way. Like the complete wrong way. Doing the drops on Whatnot is just, it's only hurting their business model, especially when they need a lot of good press right now, especially after that $41 million loss they just posted. In my opinion, what I would have done if I was the CEO or if I was heading that specific department with these exclusives, I would have said, hey, let's analyze what happened with Chalice. Let's see how unhappy people were. And just let the company do what they're going to do with the exclusive. Because at the end of the day, at least Funko can kind of wash their hands with that, if you know what I mean. Because when you look at the descriptions, as I was telling you with all these companies, they're kind of just pointing to Funko stating that they wanted them to do something special with it, quote unquote, and do special drops. So in reality, this is all Funko's doing. This is just something new they're trying to do. And it's clearly not working. Like people are not happy with the way that these companies are dropping these exclusives. And really it takes like 5 minutes of research to kind of learn something like that, or if they just watch my video or the many other posts of people very upset about the Chalice drop and how that exclusive went. And then I'm sure a lot of people are going to be upset with Toy Temple's drop because they stated that they're going to drop any remaining stock outside of their event of a 1,200 piece exclusive on their website. There's most likely not going to be anything left. So anybody who doesn't attend the event won't get a chance at that. And I'm not saying that, you know, the world is perfect or life is fair. Obviously, they're limited exclusives for a reason, but at the same time, at least when you kind of just drop them at the Funko shop, everybody going at the website at the same time has relatively a fair chance, even though there's bots and all. Like, it's just a whole different conversation with that, but you guys get where I'm kind of going with that. Overall, personally, I really do feel it's fair to place blame on both sides. While Funko is seemingly mandating that these stores do something special with these limited exclusives they are receiving versus these giant, you know, big box retailers like Amazon, GameStop, and all that just dropping it on their website, why I feel the blame should be on both sides, because in Toy Temple's instance, they're dropping it at their event that they're hosting in Arizona. Chalice did it on Whatnot, Even did it on Whatnot, but Chalice was also doing an in-store signing and they did specific signatures with some of their exclusive pops. So seemingly every store is kind of doing their own thing. So that's why I kind of feel like it's not like a specific thing that Funko said to do. They just said to do something special. So that's where it kind of comes into with the specific store is the way they're choosing to go about it because Funko told them to do something special the right way. In this case, the majority agrees that they don't want it dropped on Whatnot and they just want it dropped on the website as normal. Unfortunately though, these decisions are up to Funko and these specific stores. There's nothing we can really do about it other than voice our opinions like I am now, and maybe something will change down the line. Now, I have mentioned in the past that the fact that it doesn't really matter where they drop these exclusives. Even if it's on their own website, it's going to sell out like that, just as the Naruto exclusive sold out like that when Chalice dropped it for $20. It's not going to matter where they drop it, whether it's on Whatnot or their own website. But at the same time, I think people just have this extremely negative connotation with Whatnot. So that's also bringing in a lot of bad press at the same time. So that's where I just kind of think it would be better just for them to specifically drop it on their website. Even if I disagree with everybody saying that, oh, Whatnot's bad because, you know, it's Whatnot. Whatnot as an app works just fine, or it's going to have the same glitches as any other website would. I genuinely don't really know what else to say kind of about this whole drop situation. I just think it's the wrong way that they're going about it. I really think they just need to let these companies drop it on their website and be done with it for the day. The most frustrating thing about all of this is the fact that these are already super limited exclusives that we're dealing with, and not everybody's going to be able to obtain them, so nobody wants extra obstacles, okay? Just nobody wants to have to jump through hoops to try to buy something. I 100% think that this Goku drop is probably going to go really, really badly, and a lot of people are going to be very upset starting September 1st and that, you know, entire week, or, you know, whenever they have more of their shows. I would really love to hear everybody's thoughts in the comments below on this whole Ellie drop situation with these smaller retailers. Nonetheless, though, thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to hit the like button down below if you did enjoy my thoughts, and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to end off the video here by saying a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure to be following me on all my social medias at Skittlerampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page, so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.